Have you ever had a vehicle stuck in the mud? Not just any mud. Mud that is slippery as ice. Watch as we get pulled out of the South Dakota Badlands mud in episode 2, Stuck in the Badlands with You. After watching several YouTube videos with the fabulous views of the Badlands with bighorn sheep walking through your campsite at this free dispersed camping area in Wall, South Dakota, we thought, let's try to find a spot there for the night. We downloaded the directions and headed there after stopping in Wall for some supplies. We made sure our water tank was full and our black and gray tanks were empty. We filled our gas tank and bought a gallon of water at the gas station, and off we went in search of the famous Wall Dispersed camping spot. It's important to mention that unbeknownst to us, it had rained a lot, so the area was extremely muddy. The campsite is about 6 miles from Wall on South Dakota State Highway 240. You will see the 2 towers everyone's talking about before the entrance. As we drove the mile from the highway to the Badlands boondocking spot, we saw an SUV towing an Airstream trailer stuck alongside of the road close to this entrance. That's our first indication that we were making a big mistake. We persevered, slid through the muddy entrance, and made our way to the top where there were about 10 RVs boondocking. We thought this was a good sign. We saw some grass and decided this would be a more solid place to pull over. And it looked somewhat level. Boy, were we wrong. We sunk in the mud, and we were stuck. Not having boots with me, I put plastic grocery bags on my feet and waded in the mud trying to stick car floor mats under the tires. Did I say we didn't have a shovel? Oh yeah, we didn't have a shovel. So the floor mats didn't help because I couldn't get them under the tires. We decided to call several tow truck companies. One wanted $3,000. The other were more reasonable and were under $300. But no one could come out until the next day, as it was Saturday afternoon, and they weren't local. We'd be doing it in the dark. Luckily, we had food for days, heat for night, and coffee for in the morning, and we settled in for the evening with a cocktail in hand. The next day, a couple with a tow truck came out to winch us out. They worked on the Airstream first, which we could watch from the back of our windows. Surprisingly, they got them out and turned around rather quickly. Next came our turn. They hooked us up to the pickup truck and winched us part of the way out. Then they turned us around. And as you can see, the pickup truck was sliding all over the place. After turning us around, the tow truck driver offered to drive us out, which we accepted. He got us most of the way out of the area, and there was a couple of hills that I wasn't sure that we could really make because we were sliding pretty heavily. During the drive, the guy was telling us about how they are constantly towing people out of there, and they even had a strong wind at one point, and there was a trailer that blew over the side of the hill that they had to winch out. Pretty scary if you ask me, but we stopped and we paid them. And then we were on our way to our next stop, Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Thanks for watching episode 2, Stuck in the Badlands with You. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.